Hey Crush, I'm gonna bring you a video from home. This video is for the casein protein. I know a lot of people talk about that it's hard to mix and it's kind of grainy. It's definitely thick. But I'm gonna kind of show you what I've been doing a lot in the morning, especially when I coach the 5 and 6 a.m. and the 8:30 a.m. just to get some breakfast in between the two classes, and then also to get some protein. So I've been using it to make overnight oats. I get a nice little mason jar, and then I put some oats in there. For me, I put 60 grams of oats. Yes, I weigh and measure my food. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the oats in there, 60 grams worth, without making a huge mess. Almost there. 60 grams of oats, and then for flavor, I get some like yogurt, whatever. I usually just get whatever's cheapest at King Soopers, but this is just some Greek yogurt. I don't know, 80 grams. It's got 0 fat, which is good. 8 carbs and 12 grams of protein. I take that, mix it up a little bit. So it says the kind of fruit with the yogurt with the fruit in the bottom. Mix it up a little bit, just a little bit. So I'm gonna mix it up anyway. Dump it all in there. Get all the yogurt in there, especially all the fruit stuff, the goodness. So then one other thing I try to take every day is I take straight creatine, and I usually mix that into whether I do a pre-WOD shake, a pre-workout shake, or in this case the post-workout. I gotta get the scoop out. I'm almost running out. I just put a scoop of that in there. Can't have too much creatine. Put that in there, and then for the protein, what I do is, in this case, because the jar is kind of smaller, I do half a scoop of the creatine instead of a full scoop. I've used bigger jars before for a bigger scoop, but this, like I said, this stuff is thick. And since it's so thick, it's hard to mix well. So let's go put a half a scoop in there, which is like 16 grams. So I can take a little bit more, and this is the vanilla flavor. Put that in there, it's good. And then I always keep lots of almond milk on deck and handy, the unsweetened stuff. I'm gonna fill it up, and you can see it takes a while to like get down to the oats. I'll try the bubble down there. If that doesn't work, put the lid on there and shake it up a little bit. Get some of that milk down into the oats, because you want lots of milk. Now there's lots of room there, so I can put a lot more milk in there. Fill it almost all the way. And once you mix it up and it's full, obviously you won't be able to see the oats. You'd see it looks more like this. But I leave it all night long. And then it's a really good protein, carbs, and no fat, or very little fat for post-workout. If you have fat post-workout, it'll slow the digestion of your protein. So this is a very light, very low fat, pretty high carb, because the 60 grams of oats is like 40 grams of carbs. The yogurt had a little bit of carbs in it. And then the proteins, the thicker, the casein protein is slower to digest. So if I have it right after the 6 a.m. class, it'll keep me full and processing protein until I get home like 10 or 11 o'clock to have an actual meal. Put that in the refrigerator overnight. It's good to go the next morning. Good way to get some protein in. Lisa's infatuated with the camera.